Good evening, everybody. Glad to see you here tonight. We are about to start this meeting of the Sumner County Board of Education for May the 18th. I'm sorry, I'm 3 days behind. Before we do, I'm going to stand for a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance to our flag. Anyone who would like to join me, please feel free to do so. Please join me in the pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hear it more often. No. All right, welcome everyone. Meeting's been called to order, and next item is roll call. Mr. Johnson, I'm sure you have the roll. You always do. You do a fine job. Next item is the adoption of the regular agenda. So moved by Miss y'all are going quick. Miss Andrews, and second by Miss Hayes. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Seeing none, we have an agenda. Next item on the agenda is the adoption of the consent agenda. Is there a motion? Motion by Ms. Andrews, second by Ms. Hayes. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All in favor, all opposed say no. Seeing none, motion carries. Next item on the agenda is consideration of the minutes, discussion and interaction regarding the minutes of April 20th, 2021 regular meeting. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Mr. Daniels, second by Mr. Wise. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. Next item, discussion and interaction regarding the minutes of the May 11th special call meeting. Motion approved by Mr. Wise, second by Ms. Andrews. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. Now we get into the fun stuff. Looking forward to this. Glad to see everybody here tonight. We're going to try to do this as efficiently as possible. It's my understanding that we're going to give just a few minutes in between each group so that they can move out and the new ones move in. Got a lot of people here tonight. This is what I really enjoy about this, is all the recognition of all this. So I'm in my element now. I'm having fun. So we appreciate you being here. Board members, keep in mind we're going to be moving them out, moving them in. So a lot of times we'll have questions or whatever. If we can kind of hold that to making it efficient, I'm sure everybody would appreciate that. So first, next item on the agenda is I can't even talk tonight. Recognition, hearing of delegations, recognition of Beach High School wrestling team, and that is Miss Andrews is going to take care of that. Miss Andrews.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. If I could please have Mason Smith and Trey Bates to join me. Can you tell me which one's which?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're Trey. Nice to meet you, gentlemen. Tonight we want to recognize these two outstanding gentlemen. They are Beach High School wrestlers. First up, we have Mason Smith. He is a two-time state champion. After missing his entire sophomore season, having both shoulders operated on, he won state title as a junior at 152 pounds in 2020, and then he followed up as an undefeated senior at 170, being his senior year at 2021. Congratulations. So, and I'll just go ahead and say this too. So, one of the new things that we are doing as board, Mr. Duncan has challenge coins, and so when we recognize your students at the board, we are also presenting them with a challenge coin. You're welcome. Thank you. Trey Bates, he is a three-time state champion. He won state at 106 pounds as a freshman in 2018. He also missed the state tournament his sophomore year because he had a broken thumb. He won the state tournament his junior season at 120 pounds, and then he followed up an undefeated state champion his senior year at 126 pounds. Thank you. And I'll be honest, I personally want to apologize to you because y'all are both repeat state champions, and this is the first time that we have had you at the board meeting, and I personally apologize for that. We should have recognized you sooner. Congratulations on your accomplishments.
job, boys. All right, next on the agenda is recognition of Rebecca Langford, Madison Freeman, and Danielle. I'm gonna let Mr. Wise do this because my mouth is not working tonight. So, Mr. Wise, would you come forth?
If I could, I can call y'all up here yet. But that's okay, since you're up here, that's okay. So Rebecca did that? Didn't follow instructions, did you? And you know, I thought that Miss Rebecca would not be able to be here because I understood that her father made her go to work. Now, what father would do that? Only Scott Langford. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Board, I do want to recognize Rebecca Langford, Madison Freeman, and Danielle Williams. As members of the White House High School speech team, we're not talking about just state rankings. We're talking about in this entire country rankings. Rebecca Langford has earned 2,732 points and the degree of Premier Distinction. She is number 1 in the state for humorous interpretation and number 12 in the nation. That's okay, and number 12 in the country. Overall, she's ranked 1st in the state and 38th in the nation. That's overall. She was also awarded Academic All-American and has qualified for nationals 3 times. Rebecca Langford. Her mother did well. Madison Freeman has earned 2,531 points and the degree of Premier Distinction. She is number 1 in the state in all 3 of her events: oratory, informative speaking, and impromptu speaking. Mr. Brewer sometimes does impromptu speaking as well. He's not good at it though. Also, she's a 2-time state champion. Sophomore year and again this year. State champion. She's 7th in the nation in both oratory and impromptu. Overall, she's ranked 2nd in the state and 55th in the nation. She was also awarded Academic All-American and has qualified for nationals 2 times. Congratulations. Danielle Williams has earned 1,693 points and is the degree of Premier Distinction. She's number 1 in the state in program oral interpretation and 2nd in poetry. I used to hate poetry. That just came off the cloud. I didn't like poetry. She's ranked 18th in the nation in program oral interpretation. Overall, she's 7th in the state. She's qualified for nationals 2 times. Danielle. The awarding these deserving young ladies, recognizing them is in what they have accomplished at White House High School is more up my alley. That was a whole lot like I was. So congratulations to all 3 of you. Where are you going? What's next, Rebecca?
I'm going to the University of Alabama to go on the speech team. And
Roll Tide. Madison?
I'm going to George Washington University.
Ah, cool.
And
Danielle?
Oh, sorry. I'm acting like Rebecca here.
We need to work on that, Ms. Hall.
But I'm going to Western Kentucky University to finish, to extend my speech career as well.
Wow, fantastic. We appreciate you. Our parents here, yeah, parents, come up here. We're gonna do this thing right.
Yes.
Efficient, nothing. This is these girls, right? Teacher, Ms. Hall, okay. Ms. Hinton? Wait a minute, let me get you in too. Get behind Scott. That way.
All right, next item number 3, we're going to turn it over to Ms. Hayes. Ms. Hayes, I'll let you make the announcement.
Good evening. This is no, now. Good evening. Chairman Brewer and the board, I have the privilege of introducing a very gifted young lady, Briley Kotler. She's a senior at HHS. She's an art student. And Sandy Kandros is here, art teacher. How many years, Sandy? And Bob Cotter, principal at Hendersonville High School, who really supports all the aspects of school, but just gets in behind the arts and just lets these students have many opportunities to shine. Briley, and I'm going to let Briley just speak, or Sandy can in a minute. Briley won the most recent, this would be of many other recognitions, Best of Show in the David Lipscomb Art Competition. Her painting is on the Nashville Billboard. That's part of Best in Show. That painting gets on the Nashville Billboard. So everybody knows. Dr. Phillips made a comment earlier when we were talking about how beautiful, creative your art in the art show was, just phenomenal. But Sandy, if you'd like to say a little bit about, would you? Briley?
I'm honored to be her teacher, but I'm honored to be a Sumner County art teacher because as far as Sumner County goes, we have won overall more Best of Shows in the Middle Tennessee Regional Arts Competition ever. So it was an honor to win it, and I'm so proud of this girl. She's probably one of the best painters that I have, and we're blessed.
Briley, what's your next step?
So I'm going to the University of Tennessee Chattanooga to major in visual arts and graphic design, and then after that I hope to work on my art and hopefully be a full-time professional artist. That's the dream. So.
Oh, okay. That'd be fun. Get you, I'll commission a piece from you. I like that. So just congratulations, and we just are so honored to get to recognize you for your accomplishments. Riley. Are your parents? Yeah, my parents are. Mom, Dad? Paula and Jason, you know you're so proud. You get with the girl. Do we need to be centered more? Y'all will smooth that way, Sandy. Yes, sir. You got it. Thank you, Jerry. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hayes. Next item on the agenda is recognition of T.W. Hunter Middle School cheerleading team. Mr. Duncan.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to ask the T.W. Hunter cheer team and delegation to come forward, please. All right, ladies. All right, ladies, just make a little semicircle there. Y'all got this. All right, I'm going to need the coaches over here to correct all my mistakes. Everybody, my name is Jeff Duncan. I represent District 5. If you don't know already, I'm a cheer dad. I've been to nationals at least twice. I understand what it is to go and what it is to compete. I've actually been with this team, so it's kind of special for me. This is the third year this team has won state. And I'd like to congratulate them for that. But that's not what we're here for. They competed in 2019 in nationals, and they won 5th in the nation. 2020, they competed and got 3rd in the nation. So this year, they competed virtually. It's been a very difficult season for everyone. All the athletes here tonight, all the academics here tonight. It's been a difficult time for everyone. This year, they finished 2nd in the nation. So, I don't want to be the one to break the bad news, but we expect big things in 2022. Thank you for coming, and I'd like to congratulate you on your win. And I'd like to turn it over to the coaches if they'd like to share something with everybody about their journey. Come on, ladies. Public speaking is something you just get thrown into.
Thank you. After a day of field day and coming from practice, we're very prepared for this. So, our journey with Hunter Cheer has continually been exciting and rewarding, and this year was definitely filled with lots of challenges, but these athletes are young, but they presented with work ethic and endurance and never giving up, and we were so proud of that. Even when all of the things that come along with competing and being able to go on stage and having a crowd and all the things that you go for weren't there for them, they still showed up for the camera and competed and pushed hard and really deserved their placement, so we were super proud of them.
Thank you, Coach. All right, parents, let's make some pictures. All right, y'all made 1,000 pictures in your cheering career, so. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Duncan. Next item on the agenda is recognition of Gallatin High School dance team. Ms. Hawkins is going to take care of this one. Come on down, Ms. Hawkins.
Good evening. My name is Betsy Hawkins, and I represent District 6, which includes Gallatin High School. And I would like to invite the Gallatin High School dance team up at this time. And I am so tempted to ask for a display of some of the skills and routines that not only won this group the regional championship, state championship, they also won the national championship for the small varsity hip hop, and then they also were national runner-up in small varsity pom. So I just want to say congratulations for a job well done, and I would like to invite the coach to make any special recognition at this time if you would like to. Give us a synopsis of your journey.
Okay, you've heard all year long about how hard everything was from every team. You'll hear it all night long. But these young ladies, they took that in great stride. They didn't complain. They just really had good morale all through it. I mean, I can't have asked for a better group. I mean, they really did an awesome job, and it was our community that was behind us, our student body, our administration. Everyone just kept pushing behind us. When we won one routine, we would come in and there were signs in our building all through it, and it kept up their morale. It let them know that that they were really loved. When they were down, we videoed them, and we would put things out there for the community to know we're still here, we're still performing. Even though we can't go to the games, we can't be there, we were still a team, and that's really what made it a really good year for us. Even though it was all virtual, we still kept our hopes up that next year is going to be better, and you have to keep positive through these things, and that's what these girls did. They kept positive through all of it, and it showed because they won everything they went to.
Congratulations. And I would like to call out your names individually, and as I call your name, raise your hand, and if I say it wrong, correct me, please. We have China Creighton, Aspen Carter, Livy Donahoe, Jackmere Wall, Cherish Willis, Aliyah Boone, Kylie Holland, Yasmin Malone, Sophia Say, Sydney Asha Bronner, Draven Beasley, Madison Yvetz, Jamira Fitz, Madeline Rooks, and Jenna Walter. Congratulations again. That is amazing, a national championship. You have very much to be proud of.
Wherever you want to stand. Yeah, just stand there. Everybody smile. All right, parents, have at it.
All right, next item on the agenda is recognition of Station Camp High School cheerleading team. Mr. Duncan, once again, I think. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Okay.
Mr. Chairman. Once again, I just want to share with everybody that I've been through these experiences. I know how tough it is. I've seen the championships. I've seen the blood, sweat, and tears. So it's special for you to have this opportunity to come tonight. And I haven't mentioned it before, Miss Andrews did. We are giving all the athletes and coaches a school board coin. It's something we've started this year. It's so you'll actually have something that you're leaving with that's substantial. We want you to have that so you can look back on your past here in the district in Sumner County. Before us tonight, we have Station Camp cheer team. They also made a run for the Nationals. And I just want everybody to understand what big deal that is. You have to get a bid in a regional to get to qualify to go to Nationals. And this particular year has been very difficult because a lot of people got bids, but they didn't really know how to compete because of COVID. So a lot of these competitions went virtual. And you can only imagine what it's like to cheer to a camera, to submit something virtually. It's not like being there getting the crowd feedback. So I just want to congratulate you on your win. The coach is going to correct me when I make a mistake. It's my understanding that they won 8th in small varsity. That's 8th in the nation, okay? And they got 5th in game day. Game day is my favorite. That's 5th in the nation. That's just, there's only 4 more higher than you in the whole country. So congratulations. I'm going to embarrass the coach now. What was the hardest part, Coach?
I think the hardest part is just keeping them up motivated throughout the season. Football season kind of went off without a hitch, but then when we started not getting to cheer at games and not getting to do our regular season, it was harder to keep them motivated.
I'm trying to think of another question to embarrass you, but I can't. So at this point, I'd just like to say congratulations. Thank you for coming, and we'll let you make some pictures now. It's not mine, but I'll get a picture. Yeah. Come on. I'll claim Station Camp until we play in football. Love the shirts. JJ got points for you. And look for me, I've got 2 more runs left in me. So I'll be in Disney next year.
All right, next item on the agenda is recognition of Ellis Middle School cheerleading team. I have Mr. Duncan down for that as well, but that's not correct, I don't think. Is it? Is it correct? Gonna be Miss Hayes? All right, Miss Hayes.
Yes.
Way to go. Woo, man, y'all brought all the the medals and the trophies, and this is great. Aren't they the cutest? Ready? Okay. They still do that? Once a cheerleader, always a cheerleader. We're just so proud of your accomplishments. Girls, you've heard it mentioned that during this time of the COVID, and you guys have not really had, I mean, you're cheerleaders. There's nobody to lead in that, but you have persisted through this and persevered, and it really is, it's a character builder, isn't it? That you continued with team. I've said that COVID brings out the worst in people or the best. And tonight, we're seeing teams who represent the best. It brought this out in you. So, oh, they're so cute. They're so young. I want to go ahead and just say your name, and you can put your hand up. I'm going to give you a little bit of share a little bit of your awards, but I'm going to let Andy say a few things about you, share some things. Our 8th grade students, Olivia Carr, Olivia's here, Kelsey Pfeiffer, am I pronouncing that right?
Keely Pfeiffer.
Keely Pfeiffer, Selah Smith.
She's our captain.
Okay, Captain, where are you? Yeah. Anna Grace Tabor, Allie Maliski, and Jordan Elam, and Mallory McElroy.
She's our co-captain.
Okay. Just to be nominated and be in that position, just your leadership skills. 7th grade, Sophie Miller. And then there's Ellie Tubbs and Marjorie Whitaker. Mallory. You think I can see with these readers on. Riley Williams. And it's Elena Stenberg. Okay, we missed her. 6th grade girls. Joanna Whitley, Keely Goker, Bella Hearn, this is cute, Cora Greenwell, and Ava Wilson, and Parrish Johnson. And then we have Morgan Rogers, and Kaylee Renace, Anya Timlin. Cute as they can be. Coaches are Andy Smith and Kimberly Tyler, who was not able to be here because she's off to one of her band concert tonight. But we appreciate the coaches that invest in these girls and spend time encouraging and keeping everybody going. You all have one. I know Kimberly had sent a few things with all of your accomplishments. 3rd place, bronze in UCA Virtual National Cheer Competition in game day and traditional routine for Ellis Middle School. These are 2 outstanding awards. First time for Ellis Middle School to attend the UCA Nationals. Ellis Middle School won the TSSAA State Middle School game day. That's awesome. First place in Bluegrass Regionals competition. And also, Kimberly just asked that I just want to give a shout out. You girls have to have a place to work. And this was a shout out to Cheerville for being such an amazing gym to train and the encouragement that they give, the training. Joey and Chelsea Cheech Hendrickson. So girls, congratulations. I'm gonna let Andy share a few things about your journey through this, and we have the challenge medallions for you, and we are so proud of you, so proud of you. The future is bright. I look to see you girls' faces on the high school teams coming up. It takes a lot of work, and it's paid off, hasn't it? Yeah. Okay.
I'll be real quick. These are 21 amazing young women here that worked really, really hard this year despite having 1 or 2 girls out for 10 days right before changing routines, moving people's positions, switching them around. because we would have competition the next week, but they were out because they got the call. So it was a challenging year for us as coaches and for these girls, but they handled it with professionalism, with grace. They all got along, and we were able to work harder because, you know, we didn't have the games and we didn't have the basketball games to go to, but we had each other, and we had Cheerville, the gym, to keep us together and let us work harder and come in extra. So it was an amazing year for us. It was our first time in the UCA division, and us winning state and placing third in nationals is way beyond my expectations. But this is an amazing team, amazing group of girls, and I cannot wait to see what next year holds for each and every single one of them. So thank you, girls, for all of your hard work. I'm very, very proud of you, and I'm so blessed to be your coach. Thank you.
Picture time. Go stand. All right, girls. Get into photo position.
Oh, y'all have a team position.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do this.
Group up so we can get everybody.
We're gonna do this. Cheerleaders know how to do this. No, I'm not getting down.
Hey, you two stand in the middle back.
Is that good? Go Cougars. Okay? Good job, girls. I like your t-shirts. So cool.
All right, next item on the agenda is recognition of Hendersonville High School dance team. Miss Hayes, once again.
Yes, good evening. Let me introduce you to the Golden Girls. So this is Hendersonville High School Golden Girls. The coaches are Jamie Jordan and Lyle Rogers, and Bob Cotter's going to be kind of standing in for, he really is the coach. Is Bob coach up? Rob. I've seen Bob at pep rallies. Oh, we have some fun. Okay, I'm going to introduce the girls, and just raise your hand, and then we're going to share a little bit about your accomplishments this year. Now, again, as Ms. Hawkins said, if I get the pronunciation of your name, I want you to correct it for me. Captains, we have two. It's Julia Swert. Good job, Timmy. Jamia Johnson. Jamia. See, my full name is Tamala, and I get lots of, yeah. These are our senior captains. The juniors are Anna Grace Anderson, Oh my gosh, I can't believe you are graduating from high school. Bella Dancer, perfect name for a dancer. Molly Crockett, sweet Molly. Ava Craddock. And there is Simone Evans. Okay, this last name on this one, Chloe Tomasetti. Are you Italian? Uh-huh. Good food at your house. Savannah Vaughn. The sophomores are Sadie Cooper, Avery Driver. A freshman, Kaylee Denton. Not here tonight, okay. Is this Ayana?
Yeah, you got it right.
Boy, you got a strong voice. Good girl. Ayana Rice and Skylar Sons. Okay. Hey, like I said, the coaches are Jamie Jordan and Lyle Rogers. That were not able to be here tonight, but just to share a few. And even if the captains wanted to say something about leadership in your team, you can just follow up with me. There is the UDA Smoky Mountain Christmas Classic. Regional first place in game day and first place in hip hop. Wow. Virtual TSSAA Dance Championship. Runner up in small varsity hip hop and the runner up in small varsity pom. Great job. The virtual national dance team championships. This is in the nation, as we've heard many say. In the nation, 11th small varsity pom. They were 6th small varsity hip hop and 4th in small varsity game day. Congratulations on all your accomplishments. Very good. Challenging. Julia, y'all want to say a few things about the leadership of your team during this, Captain? You.
Well, I just want to say that after such a tough year, I'm really proud of the team because we never gave up, even though it was very difficult. But I'm very proud of every single one of these girls.
Now that's what it's all about. Jeremy Johnson is going to have some your challenge coins, your medallions to remember, and we're going to get parents. And Bob, I want would you like to say anything about this team?
Keep it to less than 30 minutes.
Yes, sir. No problem. I just want to say that these girls work so hard. They put in so much time at their craft, their talent. They're up at the school. I get school between 6:15 and 6:30 most mornings, and they're up there before me on the track running. They're in the gym practicing, whether it's weekends, mornings, evenings. They just work extremely hard and they put in a lot of time. What you see in the 2 minutes that you may see on the floor when they perform at a basketball game or when you see their routine on TV is nothing compared to the hours and hours of time that they put in practice and in choreography and in making sure that they present themselves in the best way possible. And we're proud of the long-standing tradition that the Golden Girls have at Hendersonville High School. Thank you.
All right, guys, get in picture position.
What would be a real creative, different kind of dance? What are we doing, buddy? Captain, you need Great idea. Good
Next turn. Yes.
Good job.
Yeah.
Or do you want one of these girls? Hand me one out of these. Okay. Now I've got Miss Rogers and James. Thank you.
Next item on the agenda is recognition of Hendersonville High School cheerleading team. Ms. Hayes.
Yes, sir, Chairman Brewer. Best in the nation, I want you to know. Woo! It's the way we roll. I love it. How about the ring? Don't you get a ring?
It's coming.
Oh. Man, collecting the jewelry, aren't you? I'm gonna let you hold on. This. Okay. Let me first just congratulate you guys. I'm gonna finish up with the 2021 National Championship cheerleaders. This is the whole nation. This is the whole nation. You can just put your hand up. I'm gonna recognize your. Let's just say your name. I'm going down the roster. Seniors: Lily Howard, Emma Kimbrough, is a senior. Good gracious, can't believe that. Jaden Watts, good job. Juniors are, is it Christella? Christelli, how pretty. I love these names. Is it Kabasu? Mm-hmm. Sydney McDaniel and Ashley Phillips. Our sophomores, Brooke Haley, Olivia Kimbrough, and there's Caitlin Ramsey, Mary Grace Roden, Aiden Roney, oh, good job. Freshman, Brianna Earls, Kinsley Lowry, and Ed, is it, oh, this is so, is it Edna, Edna? How do you say it? India. Mm-hmm. Rice. Got that one. India Rice. Y'all so cute. Coaches. Harley Fuquay. And our coach. Oh, Harley. Yes, you look like one of the girls. I always get. You're way closer to their age than I am. Harley Fuquay. And Harley, I want you to come up here. Brittany Watson is one of the coaches. Mark Briggs. And Mike Logan. Am I saying that right? Malik Briggs and Mike Logan. I can't remember my handwriting. I'm going to let Harley share. You can just share about some of the awards. I've jotted down some things, but I'm just going to let you.
Okay.
The accomplishments of Hendersonville High School. Sure.
Okay, this season we started out in November with our first competition at Alabama for the Space Center Regionals, and the girls took home first and Jaden in game day, and then we got third in small varsity traditional routine. Then we competed at Tennessee Extreme Regionals where we took home first in game day again, and then second in small varsity traditional routine. Then in February we had the TWSLA competition, and for us we can only compete in one, so we chose our game day routine with all of them were on the mat. And we're proud that we accomplished first place, and that was our third state title in a row, so we're super excited about that. Then this year at Nationals, we competed in small varsity traditional routine where we placed fifth, and then game day where we placed first, making it an undefeated season for our game day routine. So very proud of this group for their hard work, resilient, never giving up. I mean, injuries, illnesses, from coaches, from staff, from the girls and Jaden, COVID contact tracing, you name it, they saw it, and they just kept working hard. I think 2 or 3 of them went all season without getting contact traced. So only 2 or 3 of them, which meant somebody was out for maybe 10 days or we were competing with numbers lower, and they just kept going, and they never gave up, and they didn't let that be an excuse. So I'm very proud of this team and all they've accomplished this year. And thank you all for recognizing us. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
picture position.
Maybe y'all
I
want
know
to
y'all
be
got
like
picture
a
position.
pyramid thing and do stuff.
Right, all right. And
Okay.
get in.
They're like, okay, here we go.
It is a lot of work. I do that.
I'm too tall for this. Gotta be in back.
Right, everybody smile.
Commander Pride. Cheerleaders are so much fun. Cheerleaders are fun. So fun. Watching cheerleader, all the cheerleader girls.
All right, next item on the agenda is recognition of Sparks certification. Ms. Brown.
Thank you, Chairman and Board. Actually, I'm just going to do the introduction of the recognition. I'll only take 10 minutes. I'm just kidding. This is a part of our coordinated school health program, and Janelle Garrett champions that and runs a fabulous program. And part of that is to bolster our physical education programs. And this is an accomplishment that many of our teachers have taken on this year of their own accord. And so Janelle's going to tell us a little bit about that and then recognize those teachers.
Thank you, Katie. Well, good evening, board members. It is an honor to recognize the hard work and the dedication that has happened this year with Spark certifications. So this year across our district, our teachers were very busy sparking up physical education. 26 physical education teachers have received certification as a Spark instructor through completion of the sparkacademy.org online coursework, as well as in person when we could meet for Professional Development Day in 2019. These teachers completed rigorous online coursework, which covered evidence-based physical education best practices and strategies to increase moderate to vigorous physical activity, otherwise known as MVPA, fitness skills, sports skills, and enjoyment of physical activity. What is Spark? Well, I'm glad you asked. The world's most researched physical education and physical activity program. This curriculum is dedicated to creating, implementing, and evaluating research-based programs that promote lifelong wellness, and that's what it's all about. It also aligns with Shape America's national standards and grade level outcomes for the pre-K through 12th physical education programs. It's specifically dedicated to increasing the quantity and the quality of physical education. Julie Frank, Spark's executive director, says, research states that it's essential for students to develop the foundations for healthy lifestyles at an early age. By doing so, they have a better chance of maintaining these habits into adulthood. With the Spark PE program, schools can begin building those foundations and impacting students' lives. Sumner County Schools recognizes the link between student wellness and academic achievement. Healthy students really are better learners. So I would like special recognition to go out to the following educators. And as you know, PE teachers lead very busy lives. So many of them already had things that they had to do. But we were very fortunate to have a sampling of some who are just amazing people be able to join us. What they were able to receive with their certification was a plaque. Oops. shows their name, will be displayed in their gym. They already have these. This is just one who got a last minute one. And they also have a beautiful Spark banner, which lets everyone in their school know, as well as the community know, the hard work that they have put into their program. So, lovely ladies, when I say your name, you can come on up. Beach Elementary, Kelly Merritt. Benny Bills Elementary, Jackie Campbell. Clyde Riggs Elementary, Derek York. Jean Brown Elementary, Bobby Moore. Guild Elementary, Lee Smith. George Whitten Elementary, Lindsay Evans. H.B. Williams Elementary, Molly Bargery. Howard Elementary, Jeff Wynn. Natty Berry Elementary, Ellie Campbell. Venus Stewart Elementary, Kelsey Plummer and Shannon Brown. Walton Ferry Elementary, Allison Harris. Watt Hardison Elementary, Marty Kirkham. Westmoreland Elementary, Jamie Baker. Ellis Middle School, Lynn Heath. Merrill Hyde Magnet, Will Duke. Portland West Middle School, Bill Runyon and Rachel James. V.G. Hawkins Middle School, Elise Leach and Edward Newton. Hendersonville High School, Jeffrey Stone. And before I say this last school, I would just like to say that Portland High School raised the bar very high. Every single one of their PE teachers, as well as their lifetime wellness teacher, received this certification. So Portland High School, April Lane, Justin Martin, Mark Nelson, and Scott Steinbecker. We have some amazing physical education teachers, and I'm just so proud of them. One of the goals that we have in Coordinated School Health is to become a Spark district. So we're working very hard that this curriculum will be across the district. So no matter where you are, and if you transfer schools, you'll have the same level of education and learning that will continue on wherever you are. Thank you.
I'm not going to swap it.
Can we taught some of those girls? No, yeah, exactly.
Let's smile. All right. Congratulations.
Next item on the agenda is recognition of Sumner County School Nursing Program. Ms. Herron.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. You guys missed it, but we got lots of contact tracing shout outs earlier. So that was nice. Had to borrow some glasses. So our local emergency management director introduced me recently to challenge coins. A challenge coin is popular with military, first responders, other government service professions. They traditionally honor special accomplishments in the line of duty, excellence in performance of duties, as well as unity of a team during a specifically challenging time. I can't imagine a more fitting honor during one of the most professionally challenging times we've had, and I can't imagine a more deserving team of nurses. In our traditional year, nurses are content to be kind of a spoke in the wheel. They quietly provide vital services every day to keep our students in school and ready to learn. Like many others in our district, their job duties and responsibilities were completely different this year and some days unrecognizable from previous years. I will be forever grateful, and I'm incredibly proud of the work that they have done. There are too many accomplishments to list, but I do want to mention that without them, we would not have been able to keep our schools open this year without the work that they've done. And we certainly would not have been able to successfully vaccinate roughly 1,000 employees. Thank you. The nurses here tonight represent a larger team of dedicated, resilient medical professionals that have risen to every challenge we've given them this year, and they've all performed at the highest level. On behalf of Sumner Schools, I thank you all. We're going to take some pictures, and then we will have your challenge coins because you all deserve them.
All right. Just trying to make 2 rows, taller in the back and shorter in the
So our CPA would like to correct something. Our nursing director said it was actually 3,000 employees that we vaccinated.
Lisa has your coins. So. Thank you so much. Thank y'all. But it is going to be more normal, I think. I hope. Normal's going to be good. Normal's okay. That's right. Change.
All right, next item on the agenda is recognition of Sumner Connect Lesson Library filming teachers, Ms. Hessen.
Good evening. I'm excited to be here. There it is. Good evening. I'm excited to be here tonight to brag on some exceptional educators. If you look through your papers provided, there's a list of the teachers that dove headfirst into this project. I know I stood here in June and laid out plans for this library and our hopes for this library, and I'm here today to honor these teachers on the completion of this project. So during this wild curveball year, 28 teachers dove headfirst into a project that would have been a heavy lift on the smoothest of years. Any year to film the entire curriculum would have been a big job. On top of hybrid, students out, students in, students virtual, your own kids out, they still completed the entire year of filming. These teachers truly did surpass our expectations of what this project even hoped or dreamed to be. These teachers have rallied around one another, have loved one another, have created group chats to support one another. They've even reached out to me to support me. How are you doing? How are you doing, Jean? So it's been really a great community that we've built within this network of teachers. They've stole time from every area of their lives to build this library of over 6,000 lessons that benefit students not only today, but students going forward. We'll use this library for years as just an absolutely invaluable resource for our students and for our teachers. So tonight, I'm proud, honored, and humbled, along with a huge team of instructional leaders, to recognize these 28 fantastic educators that have built this library for our district. So thank you, ladies. You guys will come on up, we'll get your picture.
How did you end up in there? We need to make two rows. Yeah, John, never get. Oh, we never get in the costume. That's right. Are you logged in? No, okay.
All right. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all.
So thoughtful, sir. You're welcome. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So don't like stop emailing. I'm so excited to hear from you all. Like updates on the kids.
Sorry.
Right, text me in 5 minutes. See you in 5 minutes. All right. Thank you. There was one for me.
Thank you before you leave.
Over and above. You guys are great.
All right, we did a little skipping around, so we're going to skip back up. Next item on the agenda is reports from the director.
I just have one thing to mention to you guys. We finally received the mechanism and how to possibly have some limited transportation for summer scholar students, K-8, that may need that. So we're kind of working through currently processing how we would actually do that, because there's zone schools and then not all schools are having it. And so we're going to notify parents, that mainly wanted you to know, because we're going to notify parents that have already signed up. We're not going to reopen it, just going to open it up to the ones that have already signed up, ask if they would like to have transportation or not, and then try our best to figure out how to manage that. Because there could be kiddos from all over trying to get to one location. So we'll try our best to do that and message that to parents before we start at the 1st of June. So I just wanted you to know that in case you heard anything about it, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Phillips. Next item on the agenda, new business, discussion and interaction regarding the general purpose budget for fiscal year 2021 and 2022. Is there a motion? Motion by Ms. Andrews.
Second.
Second by Mr. Daniels. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. Next item, item number 2, discussion and interaction regarding the federal projects budget for fiscal year 2021 and 22. Is there a motion?
Motion approved.
So moved by Mr. Daniels.
No.
I'm sorry,
Wait
Mr.
a
Gregory. And seconded by Mr. Wilkerson. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. Next item, discussion and interaction regarding the school nutrition budget for 2021 and 22.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Mr. Daniels, second by Mr. Wise. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. Next item, discussion and interaction regarding the Duke endowment budget for 2020 and 2021. Motion
Second.
approved by Mr. Daniels, by Mr. Wise, second by Mr. Gregory. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. Next item on the agenda is discussion and interaction regarding the Brown Endowment Fund for 2021, 2022. Motion by Mr. Daniels, second by Mr. Gregory. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. Next item on the agenda, discussion and interaction regarding 2021, 2022 board meeting calendar. Is there a motion? Motion approved by Ms. Bachman, second by Ms. Andrews. All, any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. Next item on the agenda, discussion and action regarding the revision to policy 5.403, drug-free workplace upon first reading.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Mr. Wilkerson.
Second.
Second by Ms. Hawkins. Any discussion?
This will be back, Mr. Chairman, for June. This is part of what we needed to do when we made the change on the workers' comp and how we're aligning that for July 1st for new employees. That's what it's for.
All right. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. Next item on the agenda, discussion and action regarding amendments to the general purpose budget. Did you make a motion?
I did.
Motion to approve. Your mouth didn't move.
Second.
You already got Ms. Hayes for a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. Next item, discussion and action regarding amendments to the federal budget. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Mr. Wilkerson, second by
Second.
Ms. Hawkins. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. Next item on the agenda is discussion and action of study session items. Mr. Johnson.
As everybody will note that on the board calendar that we just approved, we do not have study sessions in June or July. And so we'll kick back up in August, and by then we'll have some stuff for that study session.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Johnson. Next item on the agenda is discussion, is communication from board members. Discussion and interaction regarding director's contract extension. We would like a motion to enter into the discussion with Dr. Phillips. Is there a motion?
So motion.
So moved everywhere. By Ms. Hayes, second by Ms. Bachman. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. If it's okay with the board, I will take on the responsibility of negotiating it with Dr. Phillips, and without objection, that's okay with everybody. Okay, no objection, so he buys me lunch. We didn't have to vote on that. Next item on the agenda is comments from board members. Ms. Hayes, we'll start.
Chairman Brewer, what a fun night tonight was. Congratulations to our graduates coming up. Just going to be a great weekend of celebrating all of their accomplishments. So congratulations to the graduates in Sumner County for the 2021 year. So congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Hayes. Ms. Bachman.
Thank you. We've had a wonderful evening, and to be able to honor our students and our teachers and our nurses especially, that was awesome. I think that was the first time that we've done that, but it was more than deserved. So I don't think we appreciated so much of what they did until this year. So congratulations to everyone that was recognized tonight, and the seniors. Yeah. It was great to have the Teacher of the Year award the other day. It was wonderful to see everyone without the mask and be able to talk to them for a little bit. That was wonderful. Was able to go to Station Camp High School. They had their ROTC briefing this year, and that they had, excuse me, they had 2 inspectors from Fort Knox to come, and they maintained their eligibility and with a high honor unit with distinction. So they did a great job. Their project this year was with Habitat, and they did a great job with that. Also was able to go to Gallatin High School for their pig dig. Went to their trial, and the students did a fantastic job. So I look forward to do that. And Mr. Pasquarello, I think, is going to try to expand that next year to be able to have a pre-law course there so they can do it all together. But it was a very enjoyable day, and the kids did a wonderful job. So thank you. That's it.
Thank you, Ms. Bachman. Mr. Duncan.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I don't know how much I can add to this wonderful evening we've had. I will say that the the Beach High School baseball team has won the district, and they're going to make a run for the state. So let's just all keep tracking them. They've done a fine job. They've got some great players, and we may have one more championship team on our hands in our school district. So that's all I've got. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Duncan. Ms. Hawkins?
I want to add to that I have thoroughly enjoyed recognizing all the accomplishments of all these young people, and I agree that I'm so thankful that we recognize the nurses. When they all walked in here, I felt a sense of security and safety, and wow, if anything happens, I am in good hands. I mean, it was just a powerhouse of skill that was standing in front of me, and I am so thankful for them. I also want to wish all the best to our graduating seniors, and I wish for them to be safe during the celebrations of this transition time.
Thank you, Ms. Hawkins. Mr. Daniels.
Yeah, just to add on some of the other board comments, you know, as I was sitting watching the recognition tonight, it was exciting to see that we really identified groups from the arts, the academics, and athletics, which I think shows the diversity of skills of our students across the county. And not just that, it showed that, you know, we had students from basically every school in the county, almost, from every part that we were able to recognize, which I think shows the quality of teachers and leaders in our schools, because, you know, we recognize a lot of the students, but behind all of those students, we had a lot of teachers putting in a lot of hours and a lot of time and a lot of energy, and a lot of that wasn't compensated. They do it because they love what they do. They love it because they have a passion for the kids, and they love teaching and being around that, and giving the opportunity for these students to experience success, and possibly able to take that forward as they move on with their life and career. So great night. It's awesome to celebrate our athletes, our art students, our academic success stories, and then the teachers that stand behind them and help guide them and put them in positions to be successful. So great night, and look forward to many more of those. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Daniels. Mr. Wise.
What they said.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Wise. Mr. Gregory.
Just 45 minutes worth.
Turn your mic on.
30's your limit.
First of all, I wore purple and white tonight because I understand the printing shop down here needed some purple. There's one person I know in this crowd knows what I'm talking about.
There's more than one.
Is it more than one?
You need to go on.
Oh, this is fun. If I'm not mistaken, on May the 18th, and I'm not going to tell you how many years ago, I graduated from high school. I think it was May the 18th. Like I said, I didn't tell you what year. I wore, another reason I wore purple tonight, I realized there'd be a lot of, when I saw the agenda, I knew there'd be a lot of beach and Hendersonville. I thought I'd equalize it a little bit. I want to recognize the Portland East Middle for 3 groups. Number 1, their boys basketball team were the county champions. And Dr. Phillips, you and I remember when, you know what I'm talking about. Now, this Mr. Our athletic director, he divided it up into 2 classes, is that correct? Classification. If I'm not mistaken, Portland East is the smallest middle school in the county, maybe with the exception of the magnet school. Is that correct? Correct. And they won the county championship. Second of all, the cheerleaders. Now, I'm a little partial to cheerleaders. And the reason for it, you know, I like cheerleaders when I was in high school. But now, it's a respect thing. Because you heard tonight of the work. Cheerleading squads is far different than it was when any of us was in school. I know Miss Hayes was a cheerleader, maybe some more. But when you have someone in your family who has been a cheerleader, you realize how much they put into it. Yeah, I heard what the Hendersonville, Mr. Carter was saying that they practice before school, after school, Saturdays. I mean, it's almost 365 days a year. Well, anyway, our cheerleaders, again, in a smaller division, they were national champions. And the way I understand it now, they're going to compete in world competition sometime this summer. And there was the same place at Orlando. I think they went twice for their competition. And the third thing, which is just as important, the robotics team. They won the state. They're in, yeah, they won the state. And this summer, they're completing for some type of world or national competition in robotics. And that's another group, but I'm sorry to say I haven't even seen them, because a lot of their competitions are on Saturday, and it's been a, you know, it's unusual times. There are a lot of students, as we saw here tonight, that have really put a lot of effort into our school system. And I'm convinced, from what I'm hearing from other counties, that this county had one of the best school years of any. Yeah. I'm convinced. Y'all have heard me say this before. I have 2 granddaughters in school in Warren County, Kentucky, and they have not gone to school a full week this year. In fact, tomorrow's their last day, I think. They have not gone to school a full week this year. And I really, now again, parents that really do a good job with their children, they haven't lost much. But it really takes a family effort to keep them from going backward. So I said that the reason I did this tonight, after talking to some of the personnel at Portland East and talking to Mr. Johnson, he really didn't care. But I thought they'd get more recognition this way than after I saw the agenda. I was sure that they would. And I'm really proud of the school because of what's happened. And by the way, the person I've talked with more at Portland East and Illinois is the guidance counselor. And he's not in charge of Maltese, but he is over the robotics group. And it's he Mr. Dale Sadler. He's a good leader. Thank y'all. See you when? Sometime. When's the next meeting? June 15th?
June, not January. Moves back for me.
Oh, that's another important date to me. I'll tell you about that thing. Well, you old as I am, every day is been important. Is that enough, Mr. Duck?
Sir, it's your time. You can take as much of it as you want.
You're next.
Okay.
Thank you,
Hard to
Mr.
follow
Gregory.
that.
You want to turn your microphone off, please? There you go. Thank you, Mr.
Um,
Gregory. Mr. Wilkerson.
Not only is cheerleading time consuming, it's very expensive. So my hat's to all of those and their parents. You know, I can't say anything that everyone hasn't already said. I'm very proud of what our students have accomplished throughout the community. It's just good things still to come.
Thank you, Mr. Wilkerson. Just a little bit on the dress code for tonight. There's talking about some purple going on in here, and I did not wear purple, but earlier today I did have my lime green shirt on that Mr. Wise hates. He's told me several times that he hates that shirt. So not being antagonistic tonight, I went home and put on a blue shirt. So I wouldn't pick on Mr. Wise any. And I have noticed that keeping in tradition, I don't know if it's been meant to be a tradition, but it is a tradition, the budget matches Miss Amanda's jacket. So that's very good. That's very good. So that is very good. Very proud of everything that went on tonight, and stealing part of the words from Charlie Daniels, ain't it good to be alive and be in Sumner County, Tennessee? And we are adjourned.